Hi everyone, I'm Josemary on behalf of GenScript, and today we are interviewing iGEM LMSU. iGEM LMSU, can you please tell us more about your team's project, as well as a little bit about yourselves?
Yeah, sure. So let me start. I think it's appropriate. We are a Russian team from Moscow. We are first year in the iGEM competition. We were mostly students, bachelor students of Lomonosov Moscow State University. And our project is tackling the issue of creating the microalgae-based synthetic biology chassis for future teams and generations to study and implement something iGEM related in the microalgae. So yeah, basically that's it.
And can you tell us more about the issue at hand that inspired your team to tackle this project?
Well, maybe I can say that. Basically, the main issue is that nowadays all food in space mostly is prepared and cooked only on Earth, because in space we don't have enough equipment to do it. And the main issue, of course, is that the lifetime of this food is too short to save it for a long time, for example, for 3-4 months, years, and so on. And because of it, it's one of the main limits of our space exploration missions. Because if we want to go to Moon, to Mars, maybe further in many years, it should have any ability to prepare foods, and it's better maybe to say to find a way to have a food source on your spacecraft, or that could have lifetime compared to this period that I already mentioned. So, and the only way nowadays for in our minds is to have a live organism with yourself, some kind of plant, algae, bacteria, or any other thing. And we stopped on the idea that was firstly spoken maybe half century ago in NASA, but still this idea is in areas, because it's very perspective, but it has some different issues in itself. It's very hard to eat some kind of algae that we have chosen, but it's very easy to deal with them, to harvest them, to prepare something from them, and so on. So our goal here also is to find the solutions for these main issues. So how to eat, and maybe to give possibilities to make another different ways of eating it, adding it to another kinds of meals, maybe combining it with another kinds of space living organisms like plants.
And how are you using synthetic biology to bioengineer your microalgae so that it could be feasible to create a food source for space?
Yeah, sure. So we are going to find, of course, the multiple solution for this idea. Here we are working in different ways. Starting first of all with creating the organism that could be used for this idea, we chose spirulina. Spirulina is commonly thought to be the best organ for this food source. And we first of all going to make a new chassis from this creature because it's not used now because there is no way to transform it. So first our thing is to find a way to transform it. Secondly, we have to make a genetic system to control its ability to produce flavor molecules. These flavor molecules is our decision for the first stage of making it to be flavorable and eatable in general. So we're going to this controllable genetic system will be we decided to make it an autogenetic system containing a new chimeric protein that we have modeled with ourselves based on previously made solutions. And our third way part is to, of course, use already known system of synthesizing vanillin molecule. It's a basic molecule commonly used in many different meals to make it taste better. I think it's useful to say that this choice is made by the thing that it's not very it doesn't matter which flavor we'll choose because we think that our system will be able to produce any kind of molecule, even if it's fusible with metabolism of spirulina.
Like the big picture plans, and this year, due to applications in the project that we have encountered inevitably, we are focusing on the modeling and development and testing and characterization of the optogenetic control system, which is, as been previously said, based on the previous team's work, slightly modified. And we are characterizing the spirulina as fully as we can. We are characterizing its growth on different media, its transformability, and we hope to continue this project through the years.
So your project's approach to creating the food from the spirulina source, do you think that it could have a wider impact outside of making the food readily available in space and potentially impact parts of the world that might need easier accessibility to food?
Yeah, sure. Our project, we of course we have thought that this space implementation is kind of not for everyone. Yeah, and we have thought of potential applications for spirulina, for example, at the developing countries where it can be used as cheap and maybe an enhanced food, a superfood, if you wish. Or at some emergency sites where it can be, where the production of food can be installed in a very short time, and it could supply many people with essential nutrients and protein and like protein-rich food instead of humanitarian help. And also it can be a bioproduction solution for just about everything, since microalgae have a very diverse metabolism. They can produce many variants of terpenes, of steroids, of fatty acids, including essential, or they can be used medically due to their capability of producing non-ribosomal peptides and as I said, a wide variety of secondary metabolites not classified as anything else. So yeah, if we succeed in creating spirulina, I think it will be beneficial, very beneficial for the, perhaps for everyone, in one way or another. Yeah.
Your project definitely has some unique aspects and very unique issue that your team is tackling. So, has your team used its human practices to bring awareness to not only the issue at hand, but the impact and the extent that synthetic biology has to revolutionize food from a microorganism?
Well, partly we are contacting several specialists, local and global, in spirulina and, well, microalgae in general, growth and transformation, and as well as we are contacting, like, it is very hard to implement like the human practice part in our work, since the GM food is strictly restricted in GM food use is restricted in Russia, and we have contacted the team from Denmark, which is also spreading this problem on a more global platforms. Well, so yeah, of course we are promoting the benefits of GM food, not only microalgae-based food, but also all kinds of GM foods. And not only foods, but in general, GM products, they're more sustainable for the ecology, for the environment, for, you know. And yeah, so the thing is, it's hard to promote something GM while it's strictly prohibited by local regulations.
Is there anything you would like our audience to know about your project?
I think yes. Right now we're trying to accumulate as many transformation variables, protocol variables as possible, to try to optimize it efficiently and multifacetedly. That's the first thing. And also we'll be happy to find some teams to collaborate with on the basis of microalgae transformation or optogenetic testing, since we were able to test our system only in E. coli that is available now. We'd be more than happy if we encountered the team that could test it in, I don't know, another bacteria or another, or maybe even eukaryotes, fungi or fungi or a microalgae or cyanobacteria. So yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay. Well, iGEM LMSU, thank you so much for meeting with me today. We wish you the best of luck in the 2021 iGEM Jamboree and best of luck in the iGEM 2021 sponsorship competition by GenScript. Thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Stay